BodyBags, where horror lies.
Hey, what's up, BodyBags? SOV week is done, and I really enjoyed it. It's one of my favorite subgenres of horror movies, so I figured I'd keep it going a day longer, just because I was on a roll of watching SOV flicks. So I figured I'll give one that's a first-time watch, and I ordered this on Amazon because it was like a recommended thing, and I like the name of it, and I like the cover, and I like the company that put it out. And that's Fantom Killer by Massacre Video. And like I said, I knew nothing about this. I figured it was some, low budget slasher or whatever. But I had no idea it was SOV, and I had no idea other aspects of it, which I'll get into. But basically, this is a Polish SOV movie, like an erotic SOV movie. And I didn't know that part of it buying it, but you could tell from the back of it, it says like warning, extreme erotic horror and all that. And like I said, I saw it after I had ordered it, but it did kind of make my what's the word I'm looking for, urge to watch it go down, because I wanted like just a straight up horror movie. You know what I mean? I don't need all that in a horror movie. I just don't need all that in the in the movies. I mean, it's nice, but it's overkill on this. Basically, you see these two detectives, and they keep finding bodies of these women, finding up in the woods, and I mean, that's basically the thing of it. They find the women, and then it flashes over to this guy who works in this train station. He's like a janitor. He cleans up and all that. But basically, you see these girls, and they go to the train station or whatever, and then you see them trying to get home, and they end up running through the woods, and obviously the tree branches end up ripping her shirt off, and she tries to get through this barbed wire fence, and of course it ends up ripping her skirt off. And just rinse and repeat when it comes to that, because that's basically the whole movie, is a girl running into this guy at the train station, and then her trying to get home, and he either takes her keys or something, and they end up running through the woods. All the clothes get ripped off, so by the time she gets to the killer, they're already naked or whatever. But the killer, I gotta say, in this movie looks badass. Like, kind of looks like Blood and Black Lace a little bit, but yeah, wears like a long leather black trench coat, black kind of top hat, and a white mask, just pure white, no eye holes, no nothing. And it's almost like Slender Man looking too. I don't know if you can see it too well, but there he is, kind of with a knife to the one chick or whatever. But yeah, I mean, that's basically the extent of it. The ending shot is kind of cool, but the thing is, I don't know if it was meant to be a twist or what, because the very ending shot, it lingers on a certain item at a certain place to make you think, oh, this is who did it, whatever. And it's supposed to be like some big twist, but you knew who was doing it the whole time, so it wasn't any kind of twist or anything. But it was a cool ending shot. But there's not a whole lot to say about it. I mean, all the women in this movie are beautiful. There's one chick that goes to work with them at the train station, and it's just crazy. But she was real hot. But there's like really disgusting stuff in it, like not disgusting, but stuff to where you wouldn't want to watch this with your parents around, or you wouldn't want to watch this with your wife or girlfriend or whatever. It's pretty raunchy when it comes to that kind of stuff. Like, I don't want to get into full detail, but let's just say there's one scene where the chick who works at the train station, she ends up discussing workout routines with the dude, and she's talking about how you got to tighten certain muscles, whatever, and that he could stick a wooden spoon up her ass, and her muscles are strong enough to where he couldn't pull it out, like a sort of Excalibur thing, and it's just crazy. But yeah, it's brisk, 81 minutes. I can't say it goes by necessarily quick, but it does kind of. I mean, the kills, I mean, it is kind of boring. There's a lot of parts that are boring. I mean, yeah, the chick's naked, she's running through the woods, but do I need like 15 minutes, of her running and slowly stuff getting removed? So it does kind of drag in situations like that, but I will say this film succeeds in the kills, because there is a lot of gore and there's just brutal stuff. Like this chick is fixing a tire or something on her car, and she don't know the Fantom Killer's behind her, and of course she's butt ass naked for some reason. But anyway, she's bending over fixing the tire or whatever, and he takes like this it's like a drill bit type thing and a hammer, and he just starts. And the way the camera is angled, it it looks pretty intense. Like there's just really gross, intense stuff like that, just brutal. You know, it makes me. I don't know if this was meant to be a porno back in the day. I don't know if this was meant to be a straight up horror movie. I don't really know what the deal with this is. It's in all Polish, so there's English subtitles. You know, the back of this says newly remastered widescreen transfer. The transfer looks awful. It's a terrible transfer. I mean, it's not Blu-ray, so you can't complain too much. But yeah, everything's real muted. The colors, the whites are real boosted high. It's picture's not good. And then the widescreen, it's weird. It'll go to like 178 format, then all of a sudden shrink down to like 235 and all. It's like all over the place. The camera formats they used and stuff. But yeah, I mean, Massacre Video, I heard, is going to release a Fantom Killer 2. And if that's the case, I'll pick it up, because I did think the kills in this were cool enough to warrant a release of the second one. And I didn't know this till today, but this was actually released in 1999. It has, everybody's dressed, it has the feel of like an 80s movie. But one thing I do want to point out on this release too, that Massacre Video always does, as far as movies I've got, because they're like Tumbling Doll of Flesh and stuff like that. My Red Guts comes with the original VHS art on the reverse of their covers. So I just wanted to show you, that's the original cover, or that's the new cover Massacre put out for this release, and then that's the original VHS covers. Killer's spelt differently. It's actually got naked chick on it and stuff, but yeah, it was pretty good. So I definitely recommend, if you're into shot on video, you know what I mean, and definitely give this one a try. I mean, it can't be too much, and you know, it's always good to support Massacre Video and stuff. But anyways, guys, peace.